appreciate Davis taking his time to be here with us today. The one thing that I will say, I have a newfound appreciation for what you all do. And it's not that I didn't have one before, but after seeing WQAD set all the technology up for this for us, I now stand admired, or I'm a stand here admiring all the work that you guys do. With that, as a tradition, we would love to show a 2024 highlight video showing Davis and all the remarkable things he did right here at TPC Deer Run last year.
With a two-shot lead, focused on his first PGA Tour victory, and what a start it was. On one, it's Thompson showing off the flat stick early, the Georgia product with the 44-foot look at birdie, and he buries it. Thompson quickly gets to 22 under par and jumpstarts a historic day at the JDC.
Honestly, was just trying to hit a good putt on one and ended up going in. And then, yeah, the hot start was it was great.
On the par 5 second, Thompson's third shot is a thing of beauty. He gets out of the rough from behind the green and sticks it 3 feet from the cup. Back-to-back birdies gets the 25-year-old to 23 under par.
I didn't really know. I knew I was playing well, and I knew that if I got off to a good start, I was going to be hard to beat today.
But the Atlanta native was just getting warmed up. On 4, Thompson again, this time with a 13-footer for birdie. And the leader at the John Deere Classic moves to 24 under par. And on 5, it's more of the same and more great putting. Thompson, this time from 29 feet away, and it finds nothing but the bottom of the cup. Davis Thompson moves to 25 under par, 6 shots clear of the field. And that putter wasn't slowing down anytime soon. On 6, Thompson makes it 5 birdies in his first 6 holes by dropping the 12-footer. The 25-year-old simply on fire at 26 under par.
My putting, I mean, I've been working really hard at it. It's kind of been a struggle of mine, and my putting coach and I have been working hard at it, and just to make a lot of putts today on the front 9 really showed that hard work was paying off.
Then on 9, it's Thompson showing off the irons. His second shot goes from 243 yards out to within 6 feet of the cup. Thompson birdies 9 as well. The John Deere Classic record is 27 under. Thompson gets there with 9 holes still left to play.
I didn't know what the record was. I was just trying to beat everybody at that point.
And Thompson wasn't about to let up. On the par 5 10th, his third shot goes from 93 yards out to within 8 feet of the hole. Thompson's 7th birdie of the day gets him to 28 under par, 5 shots ahead of everyone else.
I mean, I kind of figured turning at 6 under, I feel like I had a cushion, and just tried to make pars and birdies coming in, and was able to do that.
After a rare bogey on 12, Thompson gets back on track and back to 28 under on 14. His second shot says it all. From just off the cart path to 2 feet from the cup. The tap-in birdie gets Thompson back to 28 under par. To 18 we go, and Thompson needs a par for history.
I was just wanting to get the ball in the hole and hug my wife. That's really all I wanted to do.
And that's exactly what he does. The easy 2-putt wraps up a round 4 64. Thompson breaks Michael Kim's tournament record, winning the John Deere Classic at 28 under par.
You are the 2024 John Deere Classic champion, first-time winner on tour. What's that mean when you hear that?
I mean, it just means a lot of hard work paid off. It's my dream to play out here on the PGA Tour, and to get a win in my second year, it feels great. I'm just so happy.
A special moment followed by that special embrace.
It means everything. We've had just a kind of a up and down year this past year. Just a lot of things off the golf course happened, but yeah, to just see her and just all the emotion came out.
I think it took me a second to truly understand what this moment means for him. Like, I know it's his first win. It's great. It's what he's been working towards. But I think when he I'm going to start crying. I think when he kind of like put his head into my shoulder, it just really became real to me that this is what he's been working towards, and it was just really exciting.
Thompson continues a lot of traditions here at the John Deere Classic. He becomes the 24th first-time winner in the Quad Cities. But even more amazing, he's the third straight winner to come out of a house shared by about a half dozen pros in Geneseo.
I don't know what's going on in this house in Geneseo, but there's certainly some magic. We know magic happens here. There's magic happening at that house, and word on the street is that he slept in the bed that Sepp slept in last year. So 3 straight winners have come out of that house. Maybe the Airbnb price needs to go up.
I guess Sepp and I will be fighting for that room next year. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, all those guys that stay in the house are great. They're all supportive, and they were all just we're all just hanging out, having a good time, and just watching TV. And yeah, it's kind of eerie how it's been 3 years in a row.
More importantly, Davis Thompson now carries the John Deere Classic flag into the future, an honor that the 25-year-old will gladly take.
Yeah, it's a special community. I feel like it's very laid back. I feel like I'm a pretty laid back guy, and yeah, I'm just honored to be a John Deere Classic champion.
And it's fun to look back and see all that Davis did in 2024. Have some thank yous to get through. First, I want to thank Davis. I believe you committed to our event during Advance Week, so we thank you for doing that, and that was fun. I'd like to thank our media, all of you, for being here today and for all you do covering the tournament. All of our sponsors, our charity partners, our board of directors who are here in the blue jackets, as well as the John Deere Classic themed dresses. I'd like to thank our staff, Ashley, Jen, Michaela, Sarah, Annika, Marshall, Peter, and George, for all the hard work that you guys do each and every day. If we had a nickel for each time we were asked if this was a full-time job, we'd all be retired by now. Thank you to the greatest title sponsor on the PGA Tour, John Deere. Their commitment to this event and this community stands second to none, and we can't thank them for all of their continued support. 2024 was a record-breaking year for us. We had our second year of concerts on course, and we're looking forward to bringing that back this year with Dirk Bentley on Saturday and Zach Brown Band on Sunday. A record $15.9 million for charity, which is simply amazing. As we mentioned, magic does happen here, which brings our overall total to $189 million over the history of this event. And what's really cool about that story is 99% of that $189 million has been raised since John Deere signed on as title sponsor in 1997. We had a record just shy of 2,400 volunteers. 2,393 people gave freely of their time and their talent last year to be out here to support this event. And then again, thank you to Davis for being here, for being our champion and carrying our banner forth. Record-breaking 28 under par with rounds of 63, 67, 62, and 64. Again, as you just heard, the third straight champion to stay at the Airbnb. Rumor had it this house was for sale. I did confirm that last week that it is not for sale, but the rent is going up. Sorry about that, Davis. And then most importantly, Davis has been an unbelievable champion carrying our banner for the last year, and we can't wait to welcome him back here in 28 days. With that, it's my honor to introduce Aaron Tennant. He is our 2025 volunteer chair and leader of over 2,300 volunteers.
Good morning. I'm Aaron Tennant, and it's my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the 2,300 volunteers and the board of directors. Thanks for being here on this Monday morning to visit last year's champion, Davis Thompson. I'm excited to lead the 54th annual John Deere Classic and this great event. The hard work of more than 2,300 volunteers, many who work all year, is coming to fruition quickly. It really does take an army to put this show on. I want to thank each and every volunteer and the community that supports and cheers us on. It also takes the hard work and dedication of the staff Andrew was just up, that put in countless hours to keep this incredible show on track. Thank you, Andrew, and all the staff. Big thank you goes out to John Deere for making all of this possible. The best title sponsor on tour and the second longest sponsor on the PGA Tour, John Deere is the backbone for the generosity received by our community. Another thank you goes out to Davis Thompson. We appreciate your time this morning and your support of this tournament. I look forward to working alongside all of you in just a few short weeks. And now, I'd like to introduce Barry Cronin to come up and lead our discussions.
Thank you very much, everybody. Welcome to the John Deere Classic Champions Day. A couple little things I just have. I'll ask some questions of Davis, and then if you all, I'll turn it over to you. But if you need to come up to this microphone so that he can hear you. We will have right now. This is being live streamed on WQAD.com, and they'll store it on their archive it on their site afterwards. We'll have a transcription available at asap.com after this, shortly thereafter. And media credentials at pgatourmedia.com is open right now through June 23rd. So if you could just have your supervisor go there and put all the names in, that'd be great. I suppose you've all noticed the return of golf. So welcome to Champions Day. So that'll start about 10:30. Try to make it around the course. So greetings, Davis. Hope you're doing well. How did you feel about the memorial yesterday?
But it's a great venue, great tournament. Mr. Nicholas does a good job of making it tough every year, and yeah, it's cool to play in those signature events.
What are some of your memories of the Quad Cities? Obviously, that you have good memories being on the golf course, but in general about the town and everything. What comes to mind when you think about the tournament?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of good dining options around the Quad Cities. We would go out to a bunch of different places, but yeah, obviously a lot of great memories on the golf course. But yeah, last year just staying with a bunch of guys, hanging out, watching sports and playing cards. It was really a laid back week, and I feel like that honestly kind of helped me just go play golf and have fun and not really worry about a lot of external factors. But yeah, a lot of great memories, and looking forward to coming back here in a few weeks.
Is there anything you do when you're thinking back, when you're having maybe a hard time on the course or whatever, as we all do, where you maybe get a little bit more encouragement, when you think back on the John Deere Classic and how well you played here?
Yeah, I mean, I think I just kind of take that confidence with me that I can win and compete out on the PGA Tour week in and week out. Yeah, I mean, I think about that tournament a lot. I try to draw on a lot of positive experiences I've had on the golf course, and obviously John Deere was one of those last year. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I think about it a lot, just trying to, if I'm having a rough week or having things just aren't quite clicking on the golf course, to try to just think back to, how free flowing I was and how I just went out and played and enjoyed it. And yeah, it's something I think about a lot.
And I mean, winning on tour is a life-changing event. I mean, your life changed like the next week because you got into the Scottish Open and the British Open and everything. I mean, when you think back on that, how much of a whirlwind was that for you, or was it just something that you took in stride?
Yeah, I mean, thankfully, I feel like I just kind of took it in stride. I've got a great agent and a great team around me that kind of helped me through the logistical stuff of, travel and all the stuff that they took care of all that. So I didn't really have to worry about it. I could just go play. But Yeah, it definitely changed my schedule for this next year, and it's something I was happy to do, and happy that I've been in these signature events. So hopefully we can get back to them next year. And I'm just yeah, it definitely changed my life as far as golf is concerned. But as far as who I am as a person, I don't think it changed me a whole lot. I was just kind of trying to focus on the next task, and trying to go play well in the next event.
And so, now you are playing in these signature events, and how much different is it from maybe the last couple of years where you maybe weren't in those signature events? Is the competition that much tougher, or do you find it pretty much the same?
Um, I mean, I feel like competing on the PGA Tour is hard in general. Um, but I mean, just going based off numbers, top 20 players in the world are always in those signature events. So I guess the field is a little tougher than a regular PGA Tour event, because all those guys are not going to be playing in those. But yeah, it's definitely different. It's definitely kind of opened my eyes to see that I've got a lot of stuff to work on and a lot of stuff to get better at, and I'm trying to take that in stride and just try to get better each and every week, and hopefully kind of get on a hot streak towards the end of this summer like I did last year, and get back in them for next year.
Yeah, this seems to be kind of where you got real hot last year. U.S. Open, you finished in the top 10, and then Rocket Mortgage, et cetera, and then you came and won at John Deere. What's in your mind now as you kind of the U.S. Open approaching, and have you been out to Oakmont, looked at the rough?
I have not been out to Oakmont. I've only heard stories about it. So looking forward to getting up there either Sunday or Monday and kind of scoping out the place. But yeah, the way I like to say it, it's just got a high acceptance golf course. You just got to go execute, and you're probably going to hit some good shots that end up in bad spots. And you just kind of have to accept that and move on, and try to scramble, and make a bunch of stress-free pars, and see where you stack up on Sunday.
Well, great. And then I know everybody's going to ask you about Champions House in where you guys stayed, and of course you slept in Sep's bed. We know this. Um, has there been any arm wrestling about that yet, or have you two discussed this? Is there money involved? What's going on?
Haven't had any discussions yet. I think since I won last year, I think I have dibs. But he's also won twice this year, so he may have dibs as well. But I don't know. Well, that's something we'll have to talk about in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I am going to stay there again, and I didn't know that that was in Sep's room. I just pulled up. I got to the house. I guess it was Sunday night last year. Got over from Detroit that night, and then just walked upstairs, picked a room, and I didn't know that was the room. So
there was no plaque on his room at all.
No, there wasn't a plaque. No, the owners didn't put that up, but yeah, it's definitely strange. That's been 3 years in a row, but hopefully we can make it 4.
All right. Well, we're going to let these were the easy questions. Now the tough ones are coming from our local guys. So I'm going to have anybody have any questions? Maybe I've asked them all. I don't know. PJ? All right. We'll have Tom Johnston's going to come up here. You have to come up here. You have to come and talk in the mic. Sorry, little. All right.
Hi, Davis. Thanks for joining us this morning. Hey, talk about the house. Who's back, and how do you guys figure out who stays in the place now? And is there an issue with how many guys are going to be there this year?
Yeah. So I think the first 2 years Chris Kirk booked it, and then last year I don't think Chris played, so he kind of left it to Grayson Sig. And Grayson has booked it these past 2 years. And then a few weeks ago, Grayson sent out a group text that, I think it was me, JT, Poston, Grayson, Patton, Kazire, and Sepp Straka, and maybe one other. I'd have to go back and look, but I think that's the group this year. Kind of confirmed, not really confirmed, but I'm sure it'll be a good group of guys, kind of like it was last year.
After winning last year, did you have to pick up the tab?
I did, but it was something that I was happy to do. But that's the deal. If you win, you got to pay for the house. But yeah, I was happy to write the check.
I guess as long as I'm up here, talk about the year after winning. How has it been? Do you feel like you're the same Davis Thompson person? Are you the same Davis Thompson golfer? How have things changed since you became a PGA Tour champ?
I feel like I'm the same person. I feel like logistically things changed in my world of golf, playing in different tournaments, different travel schedule, which is something I was happy about. I mean, you want to be able to make your own schedule and play in the events you can pick and choose you want to play in. But yeah, as far as, a person, I don't think I've changed a whole lot. I feel like, ever since I won, that's why, I try not to make golf my idol. It's just because I feel like it can never fully satisfy you. And once I won, we flew to the Scottish Open. And then by Tuesday, I was already thinking about, how can I put myself in position to win this week? And then, once I got home from the Open, I was able to enjoy time with friends and family and reflect on the win. But yeah, I mean, with golf, you're always trying to accomplish the next thing. And, it's kind of, why you practice, why you play so much. You're trying to chase that next goal of yours to check off.
Davis, hi, my name is Craig DeVries. I just have to ask, your wife referred to you last year as a national treasure. I want to know if that's a lot of pressure, not on the golf course, but at home.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of pressure. Yeah, my wife, I mean, I would refer to her as a national treasure. She and I are completely different people. She's very talkative, can make friends with anybody, and I feel like I'm an introvert, very close circle of friends. But yeah, it's definitely. I didn't know she said that. That's definitely a something I got to live up to now. So I don't know. I would refer to her more as a national treasure than myself.
You had mentioned that you're an introvert, and I was talking to your father. I said we got to ask him some questions so get him talking, and he said, "Well, talk about college football." So you're from Alabama, Birmingham. You went to college at Georgia, as did your father. So did you root for Nick Saban during your Alabama years, or did you root against him? And then how do you reconcile? I mean, it seems like a good problem to have.
Yeah, so actually I grew up in Auburn, Alabama. But my mom went to Auburn, my dad went to Georgia. So there's always kind of a house divided thing. But, something about the red and black growing up, I always enjoyed pulling for Georgia. And, once I got the opportunity to go to Georgia, I took it. And, I always enjoyed following college football. It's, growing up in Alabama, there isn't a professional sports team. So college sports is a huge aspect of your life growing up in the South. And yeah, I mean, with all my friends being Auburn fans and me being the one Georgia fan, it was kind of, I had to defend my team and I had to know everything about my team. And yeah, it was definitely an interesting place to grow up being a Georgia fan. But yeah, I love following recruiting. I love following practice and what they're doing. So it's definitely kind of a hobby for me to enjoy doing that.
And I don't know if people around here know that you were on a state basketball, high school basketball championship team. I saw some video of you making 3-pointers and all that. Does any of that apply to golf, mentally or physically or whatever? And do you still play?
I don't still play. I wish I could. I don't know, something about the thought of me going out there and twisting an ankle or tearing my knee up is something I try to avoid. But I wish I could still play. I definitely miss playing. Yeah, definitely. There's some things that you can apply, to golf. I feel like what makes basketball so great is that it's very reactionary. You're just kind of moving with the flow of the game. You're not really thinking too much. You're just playing defense and you're kind of reacting and shooting shots. And I think, you kind of have to apply that to golf as well. I mean, there's so much time with golf. There's a lot of time between shots. There's a lot of thoughts that can run through your head. And, sometimes you just have to react and just be an athlete and just hit the shot required. And, yeah, I mean, that kind of translates to basketball as well. So I definitely think there's some parallels, but definitely completely different games as far as like the pace.
Yeah, definitely the pace, right? Anyway, any other questions here? Okay, we got more. TJ's always got more.
Your game right now.
Yeah, my results the past few months have not been great, but I feel like I'm doing the right things. Feel like I'm working on the right things. It's just, I've hit some good shots these past few tournaments that have not turned out great. And I think, when you're playing well, you kind of get some good breaks and you kind of make a few more putts. And that's kind of what I'm missing right now. And, I know it can flip at any moment. I have confidence that, I can compete week in and week out. And right now I feel like I'm doing all the right stuff. It just needs to click and it needs to kind of get going again like it did last summer. And hopefully I can, go play solid up at the U.S. Open and get some confidence going into this final stretch on the PGA Tour. But yeah, it's definitely crazy that I feel like this season has gone by quicker than any of my first three. So I'm looking forward to playing this last stretch and hopefully we can have some success like I did last year.
Hi, Dave. It's Tim Cronin from IllinoisGolfer.com. In that regard, when you see what Scheffler is doing almost week in and week out, does it get discouraging or does it inspire you to try and catch up with him and how hard it's going to be to work to do that?
I'd say it's definitely inspiring. He's kind of a unicorn. I feel like he doesn't make a lot of mental errors. I feel like he doesn't beat himself on the golf course. I mean, just the round he played on Saturday this past week, I mean, he makes, 13, 14 straight pars. And then all of a sudden he makes one or two, and then he birdies 17 and 18, and now he has a one-shot lead. So when he plays, the difficult courses, it's not like he, shoots himself out of the tournament. And but then again, at like the Byron Nelson, he goes out and blitzes the field and shoots 31 under par. So it's definitely inspiring. In Houston this year, we both played Friday morning, and I think I shot 5 under. I was feeling pretty good about myself, and I got in, and he shot 8 under. And then it started to rain, and I was like, all right, I think I'm just going to go work out and call it a day. So I went in and worked out, and then I look out at the trailer, and he's hitting balls in the rain. And then he worked out after that, and then he got home, or then he went and saw his physio guy. So it's, there's no secret to it. He just works hard, and he gets a lot out of it. And I feel like he has a great team around him. But yeah, going back to your original point, it's definitely inspiring because that's all what we're trying to get to, right? We're all trying to get to number one in the world. We're all trying to compete week in and week out and finish top 10 basically week in and week out and win majors. And, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't at times discouraging, but, you can't sit there and wallow in self-pity. You gotta get out there and get to work.
We have somebody else coming up here.
As you talk about getting out there and work, has your routine changed at all or adapted over the years? Talk about your routine and how you continue to build your game.
Yeah, I feel like when I first turned pro, when I was on the Corn Ferry Tour, and even kind of my first part of my rookie year on tour, I didn't really know how to prepare effectively for golf courses. I felt like I would just go out there and practice until I got tired and then just go home. But I feel like kind of mid-season last year, I kind of started to round into form as far as like what I wanted to do as far as prep, and really realized that, just because I'm at a golf tournament doesn't mean I have to be there from sun up to sundown and work all day. I just need to work effectively and work have a lot of quality in my work as opposed to quantity. Because it's a long season. You got to preserve energy. You got to be effective with your timing. You have to manage your time well. And yeah, it's definitely changed a little bit as far as the amount of time. And I'm not trying to say I don't, work hard, but it's just working more effectively as opposed to being out there all day.
Sepp, it's Craig DeVries again. You talked about being inspired by Scotty Scheffler. You followed Sepp as champion here, and now 2 years removed from his victory, he's number 3 in the FedEx Cup standings with a couple of wins. Clearly a world-class player, and probably achieving some of the things that you have in your dreams. Is that an inspiration for you too? I mean, do you look at that and say, "Hey, man, I can follow Sepp's lead"?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like Sepp was always a great player, and now that he is, he won his first event in 2022, then he won again in 2023. And I think once you get yourself in those positions more and more, you get more and more comfortable, and then you kind of saw it with Scotty as well. He wins at Waste Management in 2022, and then all of a sudden he just goes on this tear. And that's kind of a theme with some guys. I feel like, especially with Sepp, you kind of put yourself in those positions, you get more and more comfortable, and then all of a sudden you start to do it more and more. And what you've seen from Sepp this year is just, a lot of quality golf and a lot of chances to win golf tournaments. And I know he's won twice, but he's also been inside the top 10 a bunch of other times. So that's kind of the model you want to follow.
Just to be clear, you're not going to shave your head to follow his example, are you?
No, I don't think my wife would approve of me shaving my head. So I'm going to keep the hair as long as I can. And yeah, he I can't remember when I saw him the first time this year, but he kind of did a double take. I was like, oh, so you just went full shave. So that was interesting.
Davis, did the win last year change your mindset as to what you want to get accomplished on the PGA Tour and what you want to become? You talk about the first wins and what that can do to your future. How did that play in your head, getting that first win, and what were you expecting to happen to your golf game and your career after getting that first win?
I don't really know what I expected. I knew that my schedule changed for the next year. I was really excited about that, and I think that I've probably put some pressure on myself to kind of outperform what I did last year, because 'Cause, I mean, obviously the goal is try to get better and better every year, but you just got to stick to your process and what you're working on, and trust your team around you, and hopefully you can see some results on the course. But um, as far as expectations, I mean, I put a lot of pressure on myself, and probably to a fault, and I feel like that's probably been one of the reasons why I haven't played as great this year. But I know that I still got a lot of season left, and excited about the rest of the season. But I don't know. I feel like I'm doing the right things. Feel like I'm trying to get in a good space mentally these last few weeks, and hopefully finish out the season strong.
All right, Davis. Well, thank you very much. I think we've exhausted our questions for you, and hopefully we didn't exhaust you too much.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Great. Well, thank you very much, and we really look forward to seeing you back here at the John Deere Classic the week of the 4th of July. So it'll be another tour through the restaurants of the Quad Cities. So we look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate what y'all do, and looking forward to being back in a few weeks.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, and good luck at the Open.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Very good, everybody. Thank you so much to Davis Thompson for taking a little time to talk to us today, and thank you guys for your great questions, because I didn't have very many good ones. Now here's Andrew.
Fortunately, and it's my fault, I didn't put it in the notes for Barry, but we let him go before I showed him the bobblehead. But that's okay, because he's in his agent's office, and we sent a couple boxes down there. So word on the street is Grandma wants some, so we got to get a bunch down there. You've all heard me say, off the record, I want to just say, for the record, I am a high acceptance golfer. I accept all the bad that comes with it. So I know he talked about high acceptance. It's my honor to introduce Mara Downing, who's our good friend and title sponsor rep from John Deere.
Well, good morning. It's great to be with all of you today. This is one of my favorite days of the year because it's always sort of the countdown to the John Deere Classic in early July. So on behalf of my colleagues at John Deere, I'm delighted to announce that we recently extended our contract with the PGA Tour through 2030. Yes. This exciting milestone is a testament to the strength of our 27-year partnership with the PGA Tour. We're eager to continue building on our incredible success of the work we've done together. Over the years, John Deere and the PGA Tour have fostered a remarkable relationship. We're focused on shared values, community impact, and a commitment to excellence in the sport that we all love. Our new 4-year extension reaffirms John Deere's commitment to the greater Quad Cities community, the countless golf fans who join us each year to witness the magic of the John Deere Classic, and the passionate volunteers whose efforts make the event truly exceptional. From a business standpoint, the renewed contract means Deere will maintain its designation as the official golf course equipment supplier of the PGA Tour. We're also pleased to continue and honored to continue as the official marketing partner for the tour and title sponsor of the John Deere Classic. For our company and for the employees and retirees who generously volunteer their time, the John Deere Classic represents far more than just another stop on the PGA Tour. It serves as a unique opportunity to connect with our customers, brand fans in the community, and while making a positive contribution to the community and the community's quality of life in our headquarters hometown. The success of the current contract inspires us to aim even higher as we look ahead. We already are making great strides in delivering exceptional experiences. You know, Andrew talked about the concerts this year for Concerts on Course. We have a strong field that's shaping up nicely, and we're just really excited about this year's event and what's to continue in the future. The recent investments that John Deere has made in this event demonstrates our dedication to creating memorable experiences for fans and players alike. Thank you to Andrew and his staff and everyone who contributes to the John Deere Classic success. It's your passion and commitment that make the event truly special. We look forward to continuing this extraordinary journey with the PGA Tour and the lasting benefits it will bring to our community for the long run. Thank you, and we can't wait to see you in a few weeks.
Well, with that, thank you all for being here today. We'll be available for one-on-one interviews if you'd like, and have fun playing golf. For those of you who are going out there, it's a beautiful day. Looking at the weather tomorrow, I'm sure glad we're getting this in today. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Thank you.